Now, most of us we were used to seeing smartphones which have got a single camera lens until 4 years ago, which is back in 2016. Many smartphone companies started to follow the trend of having partially different camera sensors and integrating them into what we call effectively a one camera. And the obvious potential benefit for such a concept logically was to increase the amount of low light received for improved low light performance, which is okay, while also potentially adding additional detail preservation and some other features like background isolation, which is amazing nowadays, and also the so often called portrait mode or bokeh control. Again, still back in 2017 when Apple announced the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus release, its evolutionary camera implementation of this phone, I mean the iPhone 7 Plus in general, stole the show, and this was the absolute biggest source of awareness for having more than one camera. And to continue, many smartphone manufacturers added a second lens to handle either zoom, wide angle or a close-up. In fact, HTC added a depth sensing lens for background blurring, which was amazing, and Huawei for a time went for black and white lens. Then tri-cameras emerged in 2018 with many smartphone manufacturers again following the trend. Even last year in 2019, the first 4 camera lenses appeared on smartphones, and even Xiaomi's 5 lens model first appeared, which was so much impressive. Which brings me to today's question: what is so special about Samsung's new flagship smartphone? Why are even numbers leapfrogging from S11, which most of us Galaxy lovers thought it was the next flagship smartphone, to S20, where with a camera which is capable of zooming 100 times, that sounds amazing and insane, to a 108 megapixel sensor and 8K video capability. The specs for the Galaxy S20 5G family are much larger than its predecessor, the Galaxy S10, and also for the competitors like the Apple's iPhone 11 Pro Max and the Google Pixel 4 from Google. In fact, many smartphone manufacturers had held constant with the 12 megapixel cameras and the 2 times optical zoom, which begs the question: is the S20 for real? To be sure, Samsung isn't just playing around with our head, as we've already seen Chinese suppliers like Huawei and Xiaomi, which have already begun making smartphones with 4 rear-facing cameras. So with new camera architectures coming to store shelves soon, gauging quality is going to be so different from other smartphones. So toss everything you think you know about smartphone cameras and hang on, cause I'm about to mention some pointers to help you navigate through the Samsung Galaxy S20's camera setup system. And starting with the S20's camera megapixels. By the way, if you don't know this, the more the pixels at your disposal, the truer the image will appear on your screen. So in order for Samsung to pack more pixels into a fixed space on a sensor, the elements had to be miniature. That's where I salute Samsung, because smaller pixels usually collect less light, which yields blurry and grainy low light images. That's why smartphone makers had settled on 12 megapixel cameras as a happy medium between photo quality and low light performance. But don't worry, the 12 megapixel camera isn't going away, it's still staying in power, as with all the 3 S20 variants, which includes the Galaxy S20, the Galaxy S20 Plus, the Galaxy S20 Ultra, all have at least one 12 megapixel camera in their 3 and 4 lens camera arsenals. As a breakthrough, Samsung did not also go for the smaller sensor, as it went for the new larger sensors that enabled dramatically higher pixel count, which is the 108 megapixel sensor, and Samsung co-developed this with Xiaomi, which introduced it as a part of a 5-camera package in a high-end smartphone late last year. And for those of you who are worried about better low-light photography, Samsung had a solution by employing a technique called pixel binding, which bundles elements together as one to pull the light with the S20 Ultra. And Samsung is the first to combine 9 pixels into a single light quenched element that results into an impressive low light photo. And if low light performance is one Achilles heel of smartphone photography, then also quality magnification is most assuredly the other. But the sad thing is that smartphone makers don't have the luxury of adding big DSLR-like lenses into their thin flat frames, so they have to resort to other means. And the easiest method is with digital zoom, which essentially stretches a portion of field view, which automatically means they will have to sacrifice quality, though AI or artificial intelligence and other techniques help to mute the degradation. And the second method they have is by adding a telephoto lens, which is so expensive, but there is no loss of quality, and also adding more lenses like the telephoto lens or take up room that could have been used for other things like larger batteries. And take a note that virtually all smartphones telephoto lenses have 2x optical zoom, which you calculate by dividing the telephoto's focal length by the primary lens length. For example, the iPhone 11 Pro's telephoto lens focal length is 52mm, or twice the main lens length of 26mm. But that is a way more different case with the S20 lineup, as the focal lengths of the two lenses are essentially the same, which makes the optical zoom as traditionally measured effectively zero, yet the phone delivers 3x zoom, and the Ultra delivering 10x zoom without no image loss, which sounds impossible. So Samsung managed to achieve this so-called hybrid optical zoom with a foldable optical lens to extend the effectiveness of the focal length, along with a crop sensor of the resulting closer range image. But how did Samsung get beyond the lossless 10x hybrid optical to 100x zoom? For that, you need digital zoom, which means still picture quality will suffer, but it was possible by leveraging the other lenses along with the camera's built-in handshake features and AI, of course. So in meantime, let's expect quality gains to come primarily from improved AI or artificial intelligence, which is going to be sharpening photos by blurring the lines between the lenses, teaming them together to achieve more than anyone could accomplish alone. Now, I want to know what you think about this camera accomplishment in the comment section right below. Also, if you have any question, please leave down a comment below. I'll be able to reply to it personally. And don't forget to like this video and also subscribe. Also click one of the suggested videos from Samsung S20's lineup. And with that said, till next time, bye bye.